Hello guys and girls listening to this is Rija. Today's subreddit community is one that a lot of you asked me for. Well, not a lot exactly, it was 3 people, but yeah, I listened to the suggestions and this seems like a very fun community, so let's read some posts from our PettyRevenge. The name of this story is Disrespect Me, Lose Your Fortnite Account. Let's check it out. I, a 27-year-old male, have a younger brother who is 11 years old and also male, who recently got an Xbox One S for Christmas. Ever since then, he has played this game called Fortnite for at least 5+ hours a day. This game has ultimately made him a horrible person. It has changed his attitude, somehow changed his vocabulary, and has overall had a negative effect on his life. There was one time where I had to walk past his TV because I had made him a cup of tea. I'm British by the way, lol, because he had a sore throat and was coughing quite a bit. And before I could even give it to him, he raised his voice and shouted,
"Get out the f***ing way!"
He is 11. 11! I took the tea and threw it down the sink. This leads us to today. Today was the final straw. We were all, 4 siblings including me, sat around the dinner table, eating our dinner when my brother accidentally spills his drink all over the table. In a sarcastic manner and with a smile on my face, I said, "Clumsy." He then responded with,
"Shut up, Finn, you have no friends,"
along with some other nasty insult which no 11-year-old should say. This really hurts me as it's basically true. I have Asperger's syndrome, therefore making it extremely hard for me to socialize with other people. And I have extreme social anxiety when I do try to talk to people I don't know. Everyone knows this, and this was one of the worst things he could have said to me. At this point, I have had just about enough of his awful behavior. When he got his Xbox for Christmas, I was the one who set it up, as I'm typically the gadget whiz kid of the house, meaning I know all of his emails and passwords off by heart for his games and accounts. I decided to log into his Epic Games account on my laptop, change his password and unlink the account from his Xbox, so when he wakes up in the morning he will be treated by a not so pleasant surprise. I will update this post tomorrow morning when he finds out. Update the next day. So unfortunately I wasn't able to record a reaction on video because of the following reasons, but he was pissed. He decided to take it into his own hands to make a brand new account, without even asking me to attempt to fix his other one. And the absolute moron didn't even make a new email for the account he made. He literally used an email address which he has no access to as someone else probably uses it, as the main email for his new account. And then linked this new account to his Xbox profile. Because he's done this, he will be unable to verify his new email for obvious reasons, and therefore won't be able to unlink this new account he made from his Xbox profile, which means he will never be able to use his old Fortnite account on his Xbox account, haha. This idiot has basically lost access to his own account by being an idiot, and this is past what I think is my fault, as he has taken action by himself and put it into a much worse situation. Overall, I hope this will teach him a lesson on how to respect others, as I will not tolerate his current behavior. So this little kid did wrong by telling his brother he had no friends, but am I the only one that thinks that this punishment was a little bit too harsh? Like, I will understand if he had just I don't know, reset his account for one day and then told him, "Oh well, I have your password, you can have it, but never talk to me like that again," or something like that, but I don't know. What do you think, guys and girls listening? I got used for my homework, so I forgot to draw her in my end of the year comic for the class. Okay, this story seems interesting, let's take a look. After reading through a bunch of stories here, I was reminded of my senior year in high school where we had to do a project for chemistry class. I wanted to do something creative that was inclusive of my class because everyone in there was lovely. Well, all except for one. This girl, Jane, and I were never really close, but I always thought we were on okay terms until this one day when I was walking into the library. She calls on me and asks if I finished my chemistry homework. Me, being unable to say no, I noted and pulled it out for her to copy. As she did so, I was sitting with my headphones put in, but I wasn't actually listening to music, just kinda enjoying the quiet library. Anyway, a few minutes pass and another one of Jane's friends walk in and they are talking about random stuff until she gets to saying something on the lines of, "Yeah, I only talk to people I don't like when I need something." And although I wasn't looking at her, I could clearly see she was talking about me when she said that. Upset that I couldn't find the courage to tell her off and not wanting to get in trouble for letting her copy my work, I decided to enact my revenge by completely forgetting to add her in my end of the year project. I had ended up deciding to draw a comic of the class with everyone in there, and in the middle, there is a panel of the entire class, except there is a huge spot empty where Jane should have been. As everyone laughed at their own characters, I clearly heard her ask, "And where am I supposed to be?" in an offended tone. She never talked to me again after that, and everyone else loved the comic, so it was a win-win. So I don't know what to think of this one. Like, obviously Jane was a hypocrite, but I don't know, like, to me this revenge just sounded kinda silly and funny. I don't know what to think. But at least it worked. Like, Jane noticed she wasn't in the picture, so well, yeah, it worked, I guess. Colleagues kept leaving documents at my desk without identification, so I threw them away as trash. I work as a personal assistant to one of the top managers in a quite big company, around 500 people in HO. I have a separate small office that is out of secretary's view, so they can see who comes or goes. Among other things, I have to check all the documents that are addressed to my boss, both external and internal mail, including personal notes. I look through them and report them personally, and redirect if needed. Even though I'm almost all the time at my desk, sometimes I go out to talk to my boss or simply use bathroom. In cases like this, people either wait at my office, leave it with my boss's secretary, or simply put it on my desk with a note on who brought it, so I can call back and get some info if needed. It's not an official rule here, but it's common sense. Well, common sense for everyone but one small department. Head of the department is a great fun guy, but really laid back and inattentive at times. I had other issues with his department and told him about it, but nothing ever changed. Usually they just leave stuff on my table without folder or a note. I always have to track down the person who made it by calling their department and wasting time. Please don't get me wrong, I don't want to sound important or something. I am paid to be efficient and I like being efficient. So once I go to the bathroom and return to a paper laying on my desk, no note, nothing, by the content of it, it could be from literally anyone, but I have a strong gut feeling it's that department. I know, it sounds like not a big deal, but when you deal with this for 3 years straight, it annoys hell out of you. So I put it away, waiting for them to call me at the very least. 2 hours goes by, and nothing. So I throw it with other trash into the shredder. 5 hours after that, my boss calls me and asks if I had received any documents from head of that department. I answered with, "Personally, I haven't received anything." Just in a short while, the head of that department comes to my office with one of his employees. Apparently my boss gave him an earful because that paper was due a few hours ago. So the head of the department tells me that his employee, I'll call him K, swears he gave me that paper. "Did you give it to me personally?" "No, but I left it on the desk." Me, pointing to my desk full of other papers. "Where did you leave it with the note?" "No, but it was quite important, you will have seen it." "Well, if it was important, you should have given it to me personally, right?" And that was the end of the conversation. He brought and handed that document in 5 minutes. A couple of days pass by and they bring me everything personally. I doubt it's for long, but for now I feel satisfied and a bit. Just to clarify, no damage was done to the company or my boss because of the delay of that paper. I think this revenge was pretty good, like the assistant got his or her point across, but my only problem is, what if something had happened? What if those papers were super important? That's the issue I have with this revenge. But guys and girls listening to this, my assistant just told me that we have 1 minute left for this video to be 10 minutes long. And we all know YouTube loves 10-minute long videos, so I have to talk until it's 10 minutes long, yeah. But anyway, I decided I will put a riddle here from r/riddles. And also, if you're listening to this, thank you so much. You are one of the most loyal fans out there. Like, really. But yeah, let's see the riddle. The name of this thread was, "My first attempt in limerick form. 1,000 stood before a ship. Together they made a target. A single man, a scare began. A coin and an obsolete market." The answer is a single word. So I'm gonna write the answer in the last second of this video. So yeah, just in case you wanna know the answer, go to the last second of this video. Girls and guys, I would love to hear your comments about this subreddit community. Also comment on what subreddit I should do next. As always, a like, comment and share is greatly appreciated. And please subscribe if you like the content. Bye!